Hey guys, Andrew coming at you, and for this one, first I'm going to say let's go Pens, Stanley Cup Finals. I'm pumped. Anyways, getting into things here, I thought I would take today to answer your questions that I got on the video where I asked for the questions, and we'll play this out. Maybe every 2 weeks I put something out there. Plus, I'll look through some of the old questions that I had to try to make this interactive. Although I don't know, it is a music slash Sweden slash vlog channel, I guess, which is not a bad thing. Because YouTube likes you to be more active in general, and let's say you're a fan of my music, then you get a chance to interact with me in a way you haven't before. I need to start putting out some new music as well. I think I've been a little bit too focused on the YouTube channel as a whole. I injured my back Friday, and I have been out of commission for running or doing much. I just walked a 5K today, and it's a bit stressful because I'm going to do the marathon on this Saturday, so it's coming up quickly. I don't know if I'll vlog that or what. Probably maybe I'll just talk to you the next day, but I will try to do some things outside because I've realized as a whole I'm like always indoors, and I feel like I'm in a dungeon and I never really show you that I am around Sweden. So maybe when my setup gets better. The problem is with my iPhone camera that I'm using, iPhone 6, I need to change the battery on there because right now it's just not good. It dies very fast if I don't have it plugged in, and I don't want to walk around with my iPad and use it that way. So anyways, that was my quick little spiel here. And then I'm going to go into your questions. I'm going to answer them here. And I hope you like this segment. Please give me the likes or thumbs up if you like this. But it's fun and it's easy to do for me. And although I don't think I'm ever going to be someone that's going to run out of things to talk about in general on my YouTube channel, just because if you've met me in person, I'm a pretty talkative person and I love to talk. But it does give me an idea on a day like today when I'm really sore and hurt to at least be able to kind of run through some of the questions. So that's what I'm doing here. I have the questions on my laptop that I have to render my videos on, which is still taking forever. So I apologize for that tangent, but I'm going to get into it. So the nice thing is that Harry, I was able to pick one of his songs, which is Rem Losing My Religion. If you haven't checked it out yet, I'd really appreciate it if you check it out. It was a great idea. And he's mentioned some others. So if you have an idea for a song for me to cover, that's awesome, because it would be really good to go through and play through some of these. So I got a couple from 360 No Scope here, and so I'm going to go into them. Do you have a girlfriend slash wife? Tell us a little bit about her. I will say I have a girlfriend, and no, I like to have a private life, so I like to keep my life as private as I can, so I don't want to go into too much of it. And that's the cool thing about having a YouTube channel, is that you can decide what you want to share with other people. Just keep in mind in general with social media and the way the world works that everybody always is going to show their best self on here, even myself included, and that but I think that some things are just meant to be private, and you show people and talk about things when you're ready. Hope you understand that. When we realize you're 30 and not 19, I don't know. I'd like to continue to keep being young at heart, to be honest. What subscriber milestone will you upgrade your setup drastically? Well, I have a microphone now in my iPhone, and I'm cool with that for the time being, and I think I could get thousands of followers just using that. It seems to be audio quality is probably the most important when doing this. And then also, of course, video editing. But I think that when it comes to YouTube, audio video is probably the most critical. So that's important. I got one question as well that I don't want to forget. It was on a previous video by Blair where he asked about what's my degree, what was my major, and what am I... Because he was interested in pursuing his chances of getting a job, maybe in Sweden. I have a degree in music or music education to give you an idea. But I want to keep my work life and then my YouTube life private, and I want to keep my personal life and YouTube life private. But I would say for you going for a major, whatever major you're interested in going in, that pick what you're interested in general for work. What is your passion, and then find a way that works for other people. Because you shouldn't get a job just because you want to work overseas, because you might not like that job that you're in. What I would do is work and maybe try to get at least a semester abroad, because you might have to work in your own country. But if you're good enough at doing something, I'm sure that you can get hired anywhere. If you meet someone and then you want to move, then you're going to have to try to find a job in that way or a little bit different. But I really think it's important that you work in something that you're passionate and that you love. I mean, that's what I've been able to do, and that's awesome. and now I've been able to add YouTube to the mix, and it's been a wonderful hobby for me. Just something great, you know. As people, we need good, positive things to keep getting better at. So that's really good here. Now I got more of the loaded question here from Christina, which is not a bad thing. I like that I have so many questions. So I'm going to roll through these today, and then I'm going to end this video. And again, if you like this, what we'll do is this. If you like this, you feel free to comment, of course. And you can ask questions on this one, and then I will post another video like I did before and get some more questions there. So we can do both. So, Christina, here's your questions that you have. Hey, Andrew, do you sometimes have doubts about having moved to Sweden? And yeah, definitely. In the beginning, and I still have times. I mean, you miss out on a lot of things. I've had family members pass away. I've had my sister had a baby. That's as far as I'll go personal. But yeah, there's times where you're going to have doubts and regrets, and you're always going to think, what if? I just think that's a part of life. But you kind of accept the cards that you've been dealt with, the decisions that you made. You own up to them. And sometimes when you're going through difficult stuff in general, you can be blessed with positive and awesome experiences as well. So that's where we'll go with that one. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I have regrets, of course. I never really feel like I made a mistake, but sometimes it's harder to make the move back to the U.S. because it was so hard to move here. But like I said, I've been rewarded. I've met some cool people. I have cool people in my life now, which is great. And yeah, but you're gonna have doubts, and that's a part of being a human being. So I definitely go through that at times. But hey, for example, it's maybe able to have a YouTube channel like this that has been wonderful for myself. Next, do you have a bucket list? If so, maybe you could tell us about it. You know, I've done so much in my life that I think about. Right now, I really would like to run the Boston Marathon. I'm nowhere close. I'm going for my 3rd marathon this Saturday. And to run the Boston Marathon, I think at my age, I'd have to do it in 3 hours and 5 minutes or something crazy like that. So I have this like 5-year long-term goal because I like running, and I'm definitely a casual runner, but I would like to one day be the elite of the elite. That would be cool to me. I also would really like to be a millionaire, not because money is so important, but because I have this idea of want to just be wealthy, so that I can have something to leave behind to my family members, and because I don't ever want to have to stress about money. So it's not that I want to have a huge empire of myself, or I want to get rich quick scheme or something like that. I would just like to be wealthy, not have someone that accumulates debt, and just live comfortable, because it seems that people stress so much about money. Even though it's not important, it is a major stress for a lot of people. This one kind of gets more into politics, your other question. What I'll say to this, and I hope this is a good answer, I don't want to get into politics on this channel at all. What I'll say is the world is going certain directions, either one way or the other. Like we talk about in the U.S. being like a pendulum, for example. And the thing is, as a musician, I want to stick with music and kind of being a person that unifies others through music. If I give you my opinion, it will always be my opinion, but I don't want to influence anybody politically. I think there's plenty of channels that always does that. I don't want to give my own personal opinion either way. But to answer your question as a whole, I just think that we've seen changes politically to a lot of countries right now, and we'll have to see what that does. But the climate in Sweden would probably be similar to other countries in Europe. It's not a bad question, but it's one where I just kind of want to not stay clear. Like, I don't want to say that I'm afraid to answer a question like that, but I would think that you would come to my YouTube channel to learn about Sweden and hear things through my perspective, but not be pointing you in any direction politically. If I tell you something I believe, it's because I believe it. And this is just one where it just seems like it's so polarizing. There's so much anger on both sides. I definitely saw that as well in America, and I just don't want to I want to stay clear of that as long as I possibly can, but doing that in a way that I know there's plenty of other stuff out there on the internet on both sides where you can find people on those opinions to give you their opinion, plus it's their job kind of, so they maybe give you a better perspective. So I hope that's, again, not a long tangent going into what I wanted to say there. And then, oh yeah, I think that's it then. That's what I got for questions. Well, this wasn't really bad. This was a lot of fun for me to do. So interesting enough. I hope you like this segment as well. I'm hoping that I feel good by Saturday to run. I don't know how many videos I'm going to put out this week, but this feels great. I like being able to have this relationship with you guys here. If you can sit through a 10-minute video, I mean, if you did sit through this 10-minute video, I'd appreciate it if you can at least give me a comment below to let me know, because otherwise I could shorten it up because I don't want to be blabbing away for 10 minutes. But you have to understand that it's going to be hard for me to maybe edit this sometimes if you give the setup. And I'm just going to, I guess I can just kind of show you my setup here really quickly. I don't think, or I'll just say there's a computer or laptop here that's 4 years old that is running everything through, and then I'm using my microphone. So that's basically my setup. So it's taking some time. So anyways, thank you very much for tuning in, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care.